This is It's a Wonderful Life in around 5 minutes. If it were on Twitter. Okay, Clarence.
Hi, this is amazing. No, I haven't got my wings. Is he a king?
Of course, young George Bailey and Mr. Gower. Don't keep talking back to me. Take the medicine. Mr. Gower, don't hit me in my sore ear, please, Mr. Gower. I know you've been sick. I know you don't know what you're doing. Uncle Billy, it's a big one, George. It's a big one. I don't know what we're gonna do, George. They're all coming up to the bank, and they're going over to Potter. It's a big one. Of course, Violet, she's talking to George.
Why, it's 10 miles up there to Mount Bedford, George.
Of course, George Bailey, when he's talking to Mr. Potter in Potter's office. You call for me, Mr. Potter. It's me, George Bailey. Savings alone, building alone, whatever it is.
I know that, George. I like you. I'm thinking about you a lot. I want you to manage my businesses, run my properties.
What about the building alone?
Confound it, man. Are you afraid of success? I'm offering you a 3-year contract, starting right now with $20,000 a year.
You sure you got the right George Bailey?
It's you, George. You wouldn't mind taking a trip to Europe, maybe to New York, buying your wife fine things. What do you get, George? $40 a week.
45. Okay. Of course, Ellen Corby has a small role at the building alone.
I'd like to just take $17 if that's all right, George.
Okay. Hee haw, Sam Wainwright here. Hey, old George Baliofsky. Okay, and the old bridge guy.
Suicide's against the law around here.
Okay. All right. Of course, Annie, the maid. Annie, why don't you just pull up a chair and get closer? You could listen.
I would if I thought I'd hear anything worth listening to. I'm saving all this money if I ever get myself a husband.
The cab driver. All right, pal. My wife left me 3 years ago. I live in a shack in Pottersville. What's the idea? My mouse bleeding, Bert. My mouse bleeding. George, what in Sam Hill you yelling about? Okay, a couple more here for you. This is Mr. George Bailey. He's my friend. I'm a Martini. Nick. Look, we serve hard liquor to men that want to get drunk fast. We ain't got no time for characters who give the joint atmosphere. Or should I slip you my lip for a convincer? If you know this old jailbird, then you must be a jailbird yourself. He spent 20 years in jail for poisoning a kid. Out, you two pixies, go out the door and through the window. And let me think here. Okay, Harry Bailey, George Bailey, my brother, the richest man in town. And finally, Zuzu,
Teacher says every time the bell rings, an angel gets his wings.
Okay, I hope you like that.